Hey Dave, happy beginning of a new week from me. So I had one of my first recent road trips in a long time, and it was a first in another way as well. So I've had a couple experiences in life where I've traveled to an event with the plan to meet people I already know. I did this for VidCon one year. I had a squad of people to have experiences with. We went to IHOP and out to eat. We went to panels together, stayed in each other's seats, ate together, went to the concert festival together. It was just really, really cool. I guess you could say there's more condensed depth in it because I don't see as much of people in person, but I know them through conversation. So I gassed up my car and got in my car and drove through some rain and some weather to Dansville in New York and had lunchtime and went through a state park with friends. We walked around. I got to be responsible with the most people in my car I feel like that ever happened in my life, having like a full car of 4 people, including me. But it was just nice to spend a good chunk of time just talking more in depth with people that I've known through a Discord community and being able to see people more and just explore and see birds. And we saw a water snake. And the other thing that I did too, because I thought about digital stuff, but I also thought about like physical memories. So I brought this Instamix camera along and took actual physical pictures, and then we each got to like take one of those home. So there's a physicality to it. There's an idea that this is a specific event and moment. It has a preciousness to it, never gonna happen again. Parallels of this is a precious present moment that will never be exactly the same again. You can never perfectly recreate this. So there's a sort of preciousness and joy to that moment experiencing it with friends, but there's also like a sadness and a grief and a loss of that. I think that is like preserved in the physicality of a Polaroid picture that each of us got to take home that were all different in their own way. But it was sort of like taking home a piece of the experience. So that was an experience that was full of adventure and full of stimulus and full of like fullness of life and precious, because it was outside and the world was changing and we were weaving with the story. And it actually started off the day really hot, so it was in like the 80s and stuff, so we ate inside where it was a little cooler. And then it rained while we were eating, and when we went to the state park, it didn't like thunderstorm crazy, but it rained enough to cool everything off. So that was a few chunk of hours. But the other interesting thing was yesterday I had community game time stream with Jenny's Twitch community. As usual, we played Don't Starve for a full chunk of 4 hours. And then, because of the Mac update recently on Discord, or the Discord update rather, I'm able to get audio synced directly to my screen share now, and I was able to host some Jackbox games with friends from a mutual Discord that's connected to Mike's, which is just cool. The equivalent of that amount of time was the same, if not longer, than the amount of time I spent in person on the trip with friends. It's like being outside for nature's game was participating in nature's game, in the game of life and how the world works, like hiking through trees and branches and rain and all of this, swinging on old swings, the noise we were creating. That's all more cooperating with nature. And then being on the computer, it works, it's part of it, but it's more like human game. It's more human invested ideas and video games and making stuff out of ones and zeros and making memories that way. I had a journal entry recently that was like, what if one's good relationship in life are a positive consequence of prioritizing one's own well-being and collaborating and adding value to communities? Like, it's not about control, it's about being a contribution and growing with people and adding value and having good, important conversations. So yeah, that's what matters to me. I'm gonna keep doing some other creating and collaborating today. You have a great day, and I'll see you Thursday.